Hi everyone, Michelle Courage here from michellecourage.com. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your guides, and I wanted to walk you through a little bit about how they work for me, how they come in for me. A while back I was sitting in a beautiful space with some very high vibrational girls, and we were doing bit of meditation work, and I find when I'm in a collective energy of a high vibration, it works exceptionally well. The channel opens beautifully, and I really connect quite quickly and have quite sometimes intense, sometimes really revealing experiences. So I highly recommend that. Anyway, so I was sitting and just around, I think I've mentioned this in a podcast of mine 2 or 3 podcasts back, about this new guy that popped in sort of December. He basically popped in and he made me jump so quickly because he kind of showed himself like instantly, and he's dressed in sort of a green robe, very oriental looking, almost like the male equivalent of Kuan Yin. And I want to give you a bit of an insight into the way I work and the way it happens for me, so that you can notice this and raise your vibration when these things happen. It's our guides are asking us to act on things. So he's been with me now since December, and he's definitely lightened the path for me. He came in with like a cheeky smile, and I've kind of been sitting in his energy. And when I say sitting in his energy, I mean sitting within that energetic feeling when he comes in, when I think of him, when he comes in with my intuition and he sits with me. And his kind of part of his mission is to help me to lighten up a little bit, have a bit more fun in my life, do some like a bit more crazy stuff, and just not feeling so that everything that I do is work. So the guides are clearly wanting me to lighten up a little bit and just and I can feel that happening, with the kind of actions that I've been taking towards this goal. Because, you don't do it instantly, but the guide is there to give you guidance. So, in December, it was a beautiful day near us, and we've been staying at home, and my husband said to me, let's go and do some fly fishing. And I said, oh, okay, fine, we'll go. And normally I kind of go, oh, okay, I'll go with, but I'll see if I sort of actually go and do the fly fishing, or, or I actually go and actually stand with him and fly fish, or go for the walk, or whatever. And this new energy is pushing me to actually act on the thought that comes in, rather than sort of holding back. And that goes through deep-seated stuff, which I won't get into in this video, that I don't step forward and take the opportunity. We've all got our stuff that we're working on. So anyway, as a result, I said to my husband, I've always wanted to kayak, and I'd really like to kayak. And he turned around and he said, well, why don't we buy a kayak? And we went and bought a kayak that same day. And I've been out in the kayak, and it's that acting on that inspiration point that your new guide has come in and given you, because I knew that kayak is going to make me get out more, play in the water more, and have fun more. It's another excuse for me to get into nature, to ground, to go and do stuff that is slightly out of my comfort zone, but actually quite what I'm wanting to do. So, and I know because he's sitting with me all the time now, and you know, I can feel him. The presence gets stronger when I'm doing something that is in alignment to whatever he has come in to help me with. And so anyway, so that was one of my guides that came in. He's with me all the time. But sometimes you get other little tweaks and bumps and notices. So I was in the first circle for this year. Again, it's a beautiful circle held by the space is held by a wonderful lady called Alice Conway. She holds private groups in Wellington, and with cacao, and it's just a beautiful space. So look her up, Alice Conway, and yeah, you can book a private session with her for a group of private people. And the group that we have is just amazing. It's fabulous. And again, we were meditating quiet, and we were listening to an active meditation. And the sort of meditation was to allow a goddess to come in for you. And I always have a fat chuckle, because they clearly whoever needs to come in comes in quite quickly for me. Anyway, so I was having a great chuckle because I've been working with Kuan Yin for quite a while now. I did the painting with her. I've been doing quite a bit of energy work with her. And Kuan Yin's all about self-love. So really working through a lot of stuff that has come up that I need to clear around self-love. And her energy is lovely. It's a lovely energy. And anyway, so in this meditation, I see this image pop up in front of me of Mother Mary. It was definitely Mother Mary. She had guides show themselves to you, or gods or goddesses will show themselves to you that you can recognize them. So to someone else, Mother Mary may have a different way, but they'll show themselves to you so that you can best recognize them when they do. And I'll tell you the story of how this works. Okay, so Mother Mary arrives. She walks in, she's quiet, she comes in very quietly and beautifully and benevolently, and she stands in front of me. And that is what the meditation's all about. It's one person coming in front. So I'm thinking, okay, that's cool, Mother Mary. I know what her energy to me feels like. It's a compassionate, loving, caring energy. And I'm good with that. I'm all good with that. Next minute, Kuan Yin screams in front, basically bumps Mother Mary to the left and comes screaming in and sits in front of me. And I'm going, that's not kind of how Kuan Yin energy kind of works. Like, the way we're supposed to kind of think of how, they're all subservient and they're like coming in and they're being nice and, can I, No. Kuan Yin comes screaming in. She literally like just, hello, I'm here. So I had a bit of a chuckle. Next minute, another sort of goddess, priestess form comes in on the right. So now I've got three sort of guides sitting in front of me. And I mean, the meditation's carrying on, and it's basically talking about the one person. And I've got these three people in front of me. And the obviously Mother Mary, and then Kuan Yin, and then I've got this sort of like an Indian kind of princess. So I thought, okay, fine, it must be sort of maybe one of the Indian goddesses, but I don't know all of the goddesses, and I'm not, I don't know all of them, and I haven't, done huge research. And that to me is the beauty of working with these different galactic beings that come in. They ask me to go and do research, and in the research of why they came in is how I learn, and how I learn to understand their energy. I learn about the messages that they're asking me to bring in, to work on, or whatever the message is. So of course I'm like sitting there, I've got all three of them. So a friend of mine has got a a card deck which is about the goddess energies that come in, and she's got it right there with me. So I said to her, can I please just quickly look up what these three, and I said to the group, look, I know this Indian princess came in, but she was wearing yellow. I definitely saw her wearing yellow, so you know, I don't know who it is. It could be Shiva, it could be anybody, I don't know. But she was wearing yellow. And this is how your guide will show you who she is, or the energy, or the will explain to you what they're trying to relay. Because when I asked the others who are they, and they kind of gave, oh well, maybe it's this goddess and this goddess and this goddess, and I went no, and I started looking through, and I looked through, and Saraswati had a yellow dress on. And then I know it's Saraswati, because she revealed herself to me in the yellow as an Indian priestess, because she knew that the book was there and that I would go and have a look and find the yellow picture with her wearing a yellow dress. That's how your guides communicate. And I know you can't dream this stuff up. You can't. So I had Saraswati, I had Kuan Yin, and I had Mother Mary. And the messages in the pack that I read, just quickly, the first one was compassion, which is Mother Mary. So these are the three things that I need to work on, and the energies that I need to bring into my life at the moment. Compassion, self-love from Kuan Yin, and Saraswati was sovereignty, the knowingness of being a princess, because she didn't bustle her way in. She just came in and waited her turn for me to acknowledge her and recognize her. And it was just so interesting. The sovereignty, like a queen, you know, they never rush. They don't come in and bustle their way in. So it was the way she presented herself to me in my third eye when I saw that I knew it was Saraswati when I read the words. So that's a little inkling of how I work with my guides. I also want to let you know that in this week and going forward, I'm going to be very aware of any situation that comes up where I need to work on my compassion, my self-love, and my sovereignty. So the confidence and the sovereignty. And I'm getting a whole bunch of messages already. Because I'm intuitive, I just wait for the things to come along. And this afternoon, a friend phoned me and said to me she wants to work on some stuff with me and practice on me because she's working. And would I practice on her? It's all about self-sabotage stuff, and she really would like sort of a guinea pig. And I went, yes, definitely. Why? Because I know that Kuan Yin is sitting with me and she wants me to do that, and that has come up for a reason. My friend is practicing to learn how to work and be a sort of a what can we say, like a guide, or like a what's the word these days, and I don't even want to use them because I don't even enjoy that word. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So that's a little bit of an inkling of how I work with my intuition and with my guides. So I thought I'd pop on today just to let you know. If you want to work a little bit more and you'd like to work with the Pleiadians, I've got a free Zoom session I'm doing on the 28th of January, 28th in New Zealand. It'll probably be the 29th in USA. It'll be the day after. But you can go on my website, pop onto the events and have a look and just sign up. And I can do an activation. We'll be doing an activation and a talk about the Pleiadian energy. So michellecourage.com. I'll sign off now. Raise your vibration anytime you have, any opportunity you do. See you soon.